Welcome everyone to the third annual and first virtual Summit for Civil Rights Award ceremony. I am here with my co-host, DJ Carmen Spindiego, who you just heard a few minutes ago, and she's returning right after we finish the awards program. I am here with two of our honorees for tonight, Councilwoman Davita Russell and Liz Powell. However, we will get started. I hope each of you, although we can't see you virtually, are really rocking out in your seats tonight. So we will start off with a tribute to the late, great Congressman, John Lewis. And first, I want to introduce my distinguished friend and the youngest president of the NAACP's State Conference in Georgia, James Woodall. James Woodall, fondly known by his friends as Major, is a native of Riverdale, Georgia, and the alumnus of Georgia Southern University, graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and a minor in Religious Studies. He is also an 8-year veteran of the United States Army. Major is a civil life member of the NAACP, and he graduated along with many of us who are watching tonight. Shout out to the NAACP Next Gen. Graduated in 2018 as an inaugural member of the Next Gen program, a national NAACP leadership cohort. And I've said before, he is the youngest ever state conference president in the 111-year history of the NAACP. Recently, Major was considered as one of the top 5 candidates for the late John Lewis's congressional seat in Georgia. Major, whenever you're ready, will recite John Lewis's speech at the March on Washington on August 28, 1963.
We march today for jobs and freedom, but we have nothing to be proud of. Hundreds and thousands of our brothers are not here. They are receiving starvation wages, no wages at all. While we stand here, there are sharecroppers in the Delta of Mississippi who are out in the fields working for less than $3 a day, 12 hours a day. We stand here, there are students in jail on trumped-up charges. My brother, James Farmer, along with many others, is also in jail. We come here today with a great sense of misgiving. It is true that we support the administration's civil rights bill. We support it with great reservations, however. Unless Title III is put into this bill, there is nothing to protect the young children and old women who must face police dogs and fire hoses in the South while they engage in peaceful demonstrations. In its present form, this bill will not protect the citizens of Danville, Virginia, who must live in constant fear of a police state. It will not protect the hundreds and thousands of people that have been arrested on Trump charges. What about the 3 young men, SNCC field secretaries in Americus, Georgia, who faced the death penalty for engaging in peaceful protests? As it stands now, the voting section of this bill will not help the thousands of Black people who want to vote, will not help the citizens of Mississippi, of Alabama, and Georgia, who are qualified to vote but lack a 6th grade education. One man, one vote is the African cry. It is ours too. It must be ours. We must have legislation that will protect the Mississippi sharecropper who was put off of his farm because he dares to register to vote. We need a bill that will provide for the homeless and starving people of this nation. We need a bill that will ensure the equality of a maid who earns $5 a week in a home of a family whose total income is $100,000 a year. We must have a good FEPC bill. My friends, let us not forget that we are involved in a serious social revolution. By and large, American politics is dominated by politicians who build their careers on immoral compromises and ally themselves with other forms of political, economic, and social exploitation. There are exceptions, of course, and we salute those. What political leader can stand up and say, my party is the party of principles? The party of Kennedy is also the party of Eastland. The party of Javits is also the party of Goldwater. Where is our party? Where's the political party that will make it unnecessary to march on Washington? Where's the political party that would make it unnecessary to march in the streets of Birmingham? Where is the political party that will protect the citizens of Albany, Georgia. Do you know that in Albany, Georgia, 9 of our leaders have been indicted, not by the Dixiecrats, but by the federal government for peaceful protest? What did the federal government do when Albany's deputy sheriff beat attorney C.B. King and left him half dead? What did the federal government do when local police officers kicked and assaulted the pregnant wife of Slaughter King and she lost her baby? To those who have said be patient and wait, we have long said that we cannot be patient. We do not want our freedom gradually, but we want to be free now. We are tired. We are tired of being beaten by policemen. We are tired of seeing our people locked up in jail over and over again. And then you holler, be patient. How long can we be patient? We want our freedom and we want it now. We do not want to go to jail, but we will go to jail if this is the price we must pay for love, brotherhood, and true peace. I appeal to all of you to get into this great revolution that is sweeping this nation. Get in and stay in the streets of every city, every village, and hamlet of this nation until true freedom comes, until the revolution of 1776 is complete. We must get in this revolution and complete the revolution. We're in the Delta in Mississippi, in Southwest Georgia, in the Black Belt of Alabama, in Harlem, and in Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, and all over this nation. The Black masses are on the march for jobs and freedom. They're talking about slow down and stop. We will not stop. All of the forces of Eastland, Barnett, Wallace, and Thurman will not stop this revolution. If we do not get meaningful legislation out of this Congress, the time will come when we will not confine our marching to Washington. We will march through the South, through the streets of Jackson, through the streets of Danville, through the streets of Cambridge, through the streets of Birmingham, but we will march with the spirit of love and with the spirit of dignity that we have shown here today. By the forces of our demands, our determination, and our numbers, we shall splinter the segregated South into 1,000 pieces and put them together in the image of God and democracy. We must say, wake up, America. Wake up, or we cannot stop, and we will not and cannot be patient. God bless you.
Thank you, President Woodall. Before we close, do you have any words you want to say about your time with the conference or the summit?
Most definitely. I just want to take an opportunity to thank this conference and all of the panelists and presenters. This has been an amazing opportunity to engage in the issues of our day. And in the words and in the spirit of our dear departed ancestor, John Lewis, we will not stop, nor will we rest until freedom comes. There's a new generation that is already prepared to fight this fight to ensure that every single life becomes and remains precious to each and every one of us. And so I encourage you to continue on in this journey, to stay on that wall, because there's somebody waiting and needing you to do what you have been called to do. So thank you, God bless you, and may God keep you is my prayer.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend, President, and friend James Woodall. We have 2 of our honorees here tonight with us, Davita Russell and Liz Powell. We are waiting for one more honoree, and that is Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, who you heard from earlier today. Some of our featured VIPs tonight have been on panels over their time, and I hope they have opportunities to talk about what they've learned and what they've discussed earlier. But certainly, if it's okay with everyone, I still think I'm still waiting on one of our honorees, as well as a special guest, hopefully. I will turn it over to one of our first awards, and that will be Councilwoman Davita Russell. Are you ready? I think I may have to interrupt you as one of our special guests may be on the line. I will double check, but while we go into this, let me tell you a little bit about what others have said about your distinctions as to why we chose you for the Shirley Chisholm Award tonight. Davita Russell is the president of the Northeast Ohio District of the Ohio Association of the Public School Employees. She is the Ohio State President of the Coalition of Labor Union Women and the Vice President of the Ohio AFL-CIO. Last year, Davita ran for and won a citywide race to represent the important and racially diverse suburb of Cleveland Heights, Ohio. As a local elected leader, a rank and file worker, and a powerful leader of the largest and strongest public employee union in the state of Ohio, Davida Russell is a breakthrough leader. Davida Russell is a member of the A. Philip Randolph Institute, the CBTU, and the Cleveland NAACP. What I've heard others say about you, Councilwoman, is that you are an exemplary force. You've learned how to amass power in the sectors of economic justice and racial justice. You are a model for women, people of color, and working class individuals. So we'd like to present to you tonight the Shirley Chisholm Breakthrough Leader Award.
Thank you so very much. I am really speechless. And when I got the call that I was receiving this award, I wanted to write something down, but I thought about just speaking from my heart. This is amazing. I want to thank the Summit for Civil Rights, Building One America, and all of its partners for this conference and this special honor. I had to go back, and I knew about Shirley Chisholm being the first African-American to run for president, female, first African-American woman to run for Congress. But some things about her I did not know, and come to find out, her and I were more alike than we were different. Shirley was an author. I'm an author. Shirley was an educator. I'm an educator, as well as a school bus driver. Shirley went to elective office, and now I am an elected official. Shirley went door to door for the census. And when I was first elected in 2019, that was my goal, was to make sure everyone in my community knew how important that the 2020 census was to our community. So in going back and looking at Shirley Chisholm, I was in awe to realize that we both had a lot in common. But I think I owe this award to someone who was very special and dear to me, who started me off at a very young age around diversity, not keeping quiet, and being an advocate for the people who did not have as much as me. With this award, I'm going to give this award to my mother. Her name is Nordine McDonald. She was really the first African-American woman in Colga County to form a school bus drivers union. She was the one who took us from an African-American school and presented us in front of a school that did not want us or people like us. And she made us go every single day. She was the lady who drove a developmental disability bus as a part-time job and dropped us off in front of the school every day and made us go in to learn about diversity and how we were going to have to deal with the world ahead of us today. And through that experience, helped me not be silent, helped me to understand racism at an early age. And I guess throughout all my life, there's not too much I have not experienced when it comes to racism. And I can almost see it when it's coming my way, even though the people who is whirling it is not aware of it. But to say that is that, you know, in the world today, we must do our part, and we must stay loud, we must stay active, and we must run for office, especially Black women. We must do our diligence to make sure that the leaders behind us have a world to lead tomorrow. So for this, I thank you all so very much for this special honor. And on behalf of my mother and my family and myself, and as well as my union, who has also taught me how to maneuver through adversity. I thank you so very much.
Councilwoman, Your award is here with me in Southern New Jersey, but I'd like to read it for you, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. The Summit for Civil Rights on July 30th, 2020. Councilwoman DeVita Russell, President of the Northeast Ohio District, Ohio Association for the Public School Employees, Local 4, AFL-CIO. Recipient of the 2020 Shirley Chisholm Breakthrough Leader Award. And what it says at the bottom is, for your leadership, courage, and determination to build power and to fight for racial justice, social inclusion, and economic opportunity. Congratulations to you, Councilwoman.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? I failed to mention something that I must mention, that I am also a member of the National Congress of Black Women, which is an organization that Shirley Chisholm started and founded. And I am the member of that organization here in Cleveland. So I would be remiss not to do a shout out to my sisters and brothers of the National Congress of Black Women. Thank you so very much.
Congratulations to you, well deserved. I know there's so many of your sisters are out there rooting you on the YouTube, because they've already started way before the party started. So congratulations to you again.
Oh, thank you so very much to all of you.
Okay, our next award recipient is going to be Elizabeth Powell. Ms. Powell, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Elizabeth Liz Powell is the Secretary Treasurer of the American Postal Workers Union, AFL-CIO. In 1989, Liz became the first and only female member of the APWU National Executive Board. As a leader of the APWU, the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists, the CBTU, and the Coalition for Labor Union Women, CLUW, Liz has been a trailblazer, a mentor, and powerful role model and ally for all working women and men fighting to break through the barricades of gender, race, and class that have too long walled off opportunity in America. What others have said about you, Ms. Powell, are that you're a national leader. You're an inspiration to others, and you are a mentor to many. So congratulations to you. Do you have a few words to share with your audience, your fans, and those cheering you on?
Thank you, Yolanda. Giving honor to God and special recognition to the honorees, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison and Councilwoman DeVita Russell, and to each of you assembled here, good evening. Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm once said, every tomorrow has two handles. We can either take hold of the handle of anxiety or the handle of faith. And the first battle is won, my brothers and sisters, when we fight for belief in ourselves and find that it has come to us while we're still battling. We must not allow petty things to color our lives and stimulate them into vast proportions of evil. To dwell on every slight and clutch it close to our breast and nourish it will only corrode our thinking. We're on the move now. And as Frederick Douglass said, power concedes nothing without a struggle. It never has, and it never will. And as we continue that struggle, there can be no doubt that it is the achievements of Congresswoman Chisholm and all those who came before us that allow us to be here this evening. And as I stand on the shoulders, and those of my sisters and brothers in the labor movement, especially the American Postal Workers Union, I wish to thank the Summit for Civil Rights, because you don't just honor me, you honor the fight for economic and social justice for all people. We here this evening have to continue to stand up for what we believe in and to believe in what we stand up for. And we have to continue to struggle for economic and social justice and for civil and human rights while bonding together to protect our legacy so that our youth can have a future. Because as the NAACP says, when we fight, we win. I am deeply honored and blessed to be receiving the Shirley Chisholm Breakthrough Leadership Award, and I thank everyone involved. As I close, Congresswoman Chisholm also said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Be safe, stay well, thank you, and God bless, and thank you so very much for this honor.
Thank you, Ms. Powell. So here is your award right here with me in sunny Southern New Jersey but I do want to read it to you, and it'll be to you very shortly.
Thank you.
Summit for Civil Rights, July 30th, 2020. Elizabeth Liz Powell, Secretary-Treasurer of the American Postal Workers Union, AFL-CIO, recipient of the Shirley Chisholm Breakthrough Leader Award. The bottom says, for your role as a powerful national leader, a role model and mentor, and a force for justice and economic opportunity for all working people. So congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we are waiting for one more honoree, and that is the Minnesota Attorney General. Give it up for both of our honorees, actually. We are waiting for one more honoree, and that's Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. He may not be able to join us because he had a very narrow window. We were also waiting for Congressman Jim Clyburn, but he is actually voting on the House floor, so he is unable to join us as well. As many of you know who have followed our summits for over the last 3 years, he was the first recipient of one of our leadership awards. So we want to honor them both, and hopefully before our time wraps up tonight, Attorney General Keith Ellison will be able to rejoin us. He was a panelist earlier. So I do want to thank both of you, Councilwoman
Yes.
Russell.
Not yet.
Not yet, right? I guess I'm speaking into existence.
If you heard that first panel, I mean.
That's true, you were dynamic. And Liz Powell, who many of you know, is a renowned national leader. So please hang out with us if you can for the next few minutes. I have DJ Carmen Spindiego ready to bless us again with another set of music and jam in your offices, your cars, or wherever you are. And congratulations to you both as honorees. Hello, everyone. DJ Carmen Spindiego, you did a great job. I have one more guest for us tonight. And ladies, Councilwoman Russell and Liz Powell, are you having a great time? They're giving me the thumbs up. DJ Spindiego, are you having a good time?
I am having the best time. I hope you're having a good time.
Great.
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time. Oh, she is Carmen. Carmen is off the chain tonight.
You know I love y'all.
Girl, you are rocking and rolling. I am having a ball sitting in my chair, moving my shoulders and neck, okay, and my hands.
Exercise for today.
There you go, Liz.
For a whole week.
Attorney General
I am
Ellison,
having the best
we are glad
time.
to
I hope
have
you're having a
you.
good time.
Hey, how you doing there?
You have missed a party, but you're not too late.
James was having an excellent.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Girl,
we
you
want
are
to
rocking
present
and
to you
rolling. I am having a ball sitting in my chair.
The
moving
Summit
my
for Civil
shoulders
Rights
and
Jim
neck.
Clyburn Leadership Award. So I have a few comments about you that your peers have mentioned to me, but I want to congratulate you on this honor. This year's Summit for Civil Rights recognizes the tremendous contribution of Attorney General Keith Ellison. As the people's lawyer, Attorney General Ellison has been fighting to ensure inclusion and expand opportunity for all citizens of the state of Minnesota. As a member of Congress and an elected breakthrough leader, he played an outsized role in moving our entire country to a more progressive direction. As an ardent backer of pro-worker and civil rights legislation, he helped to lead a movement for economic and racial justice in America. Today, he provides courageous and decisive leadership as we attempt to transform our entire nation to a place of justice, equality, and opportunity for all. Tonight, you will receive the James E. Clyburn Vaults of Opportunity Award. Majority Whip James Clyburn was its first recipient in 2019. A few things that people have said about you are that you are a leader and you are the conduit between the Progressive Caucus and the Black Caucus. And you will lead us, the intergenerational leadership that you've talked to earlier today, into a more progressive movement. We thank you for your work. And we want to give you this plaque. This plaque here is with me in Southern New Jersey, but it says, Summit for Civil Rights, July 30th, 2020, Keith Ellison, Attorney General, State of Minnesota, and National Civil Rights Leader. For your role in leading our country toward a new movement for economic and racial justice, and for prying open the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. The James E. Clyburn Vaults of Opportunity Award. Congratulations to you.
Yay.
Thank
you very much. Yeah, I sure do. I just want to say to you, thank you very much. It's a tremendous honor. Jim Clyburn is a hero of mine, just like John Lewis is. You know, they're from the same generation where they laid it all on the line, gave up blood so that we could walk a little freer, breathe a little easier. And the fact is that I'm just going to do all I can to carry forth that mission. It's really one struggle, you know, the struggle that Jim helped to lead, and the struggle that we're on now, and the struggle that young people are fighting right now is the same struggle. Human dignity, human equality, equity, respect, dignity, and the right to live free. So I'm going to do all I can to keep it up, and I'm going to do all I can to live up to this great honor. And I just want to say thank you, and thank all of you. And Yolanda, thank you specifically for those kind words.
Thank you, Attorney General. And with that, we are going to close out. I want to thank so many people, but last but not least, the University of Minnesota Law School for its work, its tireless work behind the scenes. You all are great leaders, and you will be great legal practitioners in the future. So thank you. Thank you to all of our honorees, Attorney General Ellison, Councilwoman DeVita Russell, and Liz Powell. And thank you to everyone. We have a lot of dignitaries on the line now, but I will turn it over to Carmen Spindiego for our last few minutes of rocking and rolling. Congratulations, everyone, and good night.
Anything about tomorrow? Anything about tomorrow, Yolanda?
Thank you.
Do we want to talk about tomorrow? Okay.
Did you want to just give quick instructions?
Okay, so tomorrow we will start again at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And at that time, there is a Zoom link provided in your agenda. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. We are starting promptly at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for our next set of panel sessions. All
Thank
right.
you, everyone.
Thank you.
That was great. Your talk was great tonight, and both of you.
Thank you.
And Keith.
That's Paul Scully, everybody.
Y'all ready to rock out?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hang with you, Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
Thanks, Carmen. Thanks, Carmen. It's great.
Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. I had a blast. I know the ladies
I had a blast.
Had a blast.
I had a
They were
blast.
jamming and rocking all night. DJ Carmen Spindiego, aka Carmen Berkley, in your professional life. Please follow her on all of her social media handles, which are on the YouTube Live. Thank you again. Thank you. Congratulations to all of our honorees. And again, for those who are joining us tomorrow, we will be back at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And if you'd like to register for the second day of the Summit for Civil Rights, you can always visit us at summitforcivilrights.org. Again, thank you. And thank you for joining us at the third annual, first virtual Summit for Civil Rights Welcome Reception and Awards Ceremony. Good night.
Good job.
Hi.
Good job.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Great job, Carmen. Great job.
Great job.
Congratulations,
See you all,
Liz.
Congratulations,
Congrats, ladies. Good job.
Carmen.
Bye. Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you too. Love all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.